Good afternoon, crap to cream. So I thought I would do a bit of a service on Flik's gearbox, automatic gearbox. It's the 327 FE, I think it is, or 427 FE, something like that. So it's used in a lot of cars. So this might be of some use. I did a bit of a scouting around on YouTube and found a few videos, but none of them had all the information. So I initially thought I'd just do a transmission service, which would just be the filter, a new filter and a new gasket. Relatively straightforward. So I dropped the pan off, and then I saw these solenoids, these solenoids here, and I thought, oh yeah, there's some reports of these playing up, so I'll just get the solenoids. So I went searching for solenoids, and it was cheaper to buy a reconditioned solenoid block than it was to buy even individual solenoids. So I thought, how hard can this be? So anyway, I took the sump off, obviously, and then was confronted with the valve plate. And then there were only two bolts in the bottom of the valve plate, which were these two here, this one here and this one here. And I then realized that all the arrest had to come from above. So therefore I had to drop down this valve plate. Again, a bit of searching around and found what was going on. So I then saw there was no great risk dropping this off. So I disconnected all the wiring, and I took a picture of where all the wires went on the various solenoids. That's a look inside. So yeah, took a picture of where all the different wires went on the solenoids, and I'll include that on the video. And then I thought, yeah, I'll drop this down. So when you drop this down, there are two what they call reservoirs, which are these two. So as you look to the back of the car, this one goes on the left and the black one goes on the right. So yellow to the left, black to the right. And that's how they go. So they go in like that. And there's a bit of spring pressure. So when you're undoing the bolting underneath, you just have to be careful to maintain, well, hold it up while you're undoing the last bolts. Then when you take this valve block off, right, you then see the rest of the bolts. And the bolting pattern for undoing the valve block is what you see there, right? So this one, this one, this one, this one, and that one. And then the solenoid valve block will drop off. And when you drop that off, you then have to be careful of this one. So this goes in here. So this here goes in here. Can you see this? So that goes in there. So don't lose that. If that falls out, could go anywhere. So just be mindful when you're taking the valve block off that you might keep an eye on where that one is. Otherwise it'll just fall out. And it's got a spring, and if you don't find out where it is. So in the bottom, on the valve block, right there is this gasket, and it has all very fine mesh in it. I'm not sure whether you can see that. So when I took it off, there was no metal filings or any evidence of any metal in any of this mesh. So I'm going to use this gasket again. Now I'm sure there's people out there, oh, you can't do that, you can't do that. Well, I'm going to, because the valve block itself is all immersed in oil. There is no cracks or damage to any of this, so that can go back on there. And then I will bolt that to that. In fact, I might even do that. So there's two guide pins or guide collets, right? And as you put them on, And then yeah, that's what I do then, is I just set the block on top so that nothing can fall out, and then just tighten everything up. So I won't put you through the misery of watching me tighten all this up. So I'll just... Alright, so I just nipped a couple up there. So that's that reassembled. And then, yeah, I will then do another video of me having this all attached and back in place. Alright. Okay, so I think that'll be it for now. Yeah, I need to watch out for what that is. So this here, I'll have to watch out what that is. I'm assuming that goes in there, and that will align with something when it's back into the back under the car. Didn't see that before, so there's always these little things that catch you out. So anyway, that's, yeah, I will fix that up and figure out where that goes. All right, so there you go. That's where I'm up to right now. So yeah, from what turned out to be a relatively straightforward, simple filter change, has just developed into something a little bit more challenging. All right, I'll stop waffling, and yeah, so yeah, don't forget, yellow on the left, black on the right as you look to the back of the car. That's the important bit. There's also some rubber seals on top of here, so these are okay, they're not damaged, so I'm going to reuse these. As I say, it's all immersed in oil, so I'm not overly... If there's a slight weep or whatever, it'll be fine. I am sure it will be fine. Oh, there's a magnet in the bottom of the sump, so make sure you clean that and put that back in again. Don't forget to put it in. All right, that'll do for now. So hi there, Crap to Cream. So I've now reassembled the gearbox, transmission, all back together. So here's some pictures of the transmission finished and in place. So I'm not sure whether you can see all the stuff that's important, but anyway, so here you go, that's all the wiring done as per the photograph that I took before. Everything is wired up as the original. The filter's on, and up the back here, which you can't see now because I put the filter on. Oh, hang on. Okay, I'm back. So I've taken the filter off again because there's an important bit at the back of the valve assembly here. So I'm not, oh no, I haven't got my torch. Come on. So up the back there's a pin, and that pin has to engage in there. So just make sure you get that pin in there as you're putting it in, don't miss it. All right. So all those are in, yellow's on the left, black's on the right, spring colour, so just make sure you get that right. And then yeah, it's all pretty straightforward from here. Just have to put the sump back on again now and fill it full of oil, and then start it up and run it. That goes into that hole there, and then that pushes into place easier with two hands than it is with one. Okay, so that's in. Home and hosed. Okay, so then there's a temperature sensor, I'm assuming here. All wired up, done, ready to go. All right, so I'm still waiting for the, what do you call it, to come back, the drive boot. The wing mirrors arrived, so I'm going to install that. So the new wing mirrors arrived. I'm going to put that on, and that'll be that fixed. And yeah, onward and forward. So yeah, that's the underside of the transmission on a Ford Focus Mark 1 03. All right, thank you very much for subscribers and for comments and all that wonderful stuff. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, I'm over my 1,000 now, so that's great. Magnificent. Hope somebody gets some value out of this stuff. Oh, all these nuts are 9 Newton meters. 9 Newton meters. So make sure you torque all those up correctly. And I just use a spin out pattern. So start in the middle and work my way out. All right, sump back on, oil in, start up and run. Thank you very much. Bye for now.